Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Now at 5 a.m., UK issued an alert late last night after two men robbed two other people on campus. We've got the latest information coming up. Also, a data breach at a chain restaurant possibly affected more than 50 locations in Kentucky. We'll tell you where some of those are. And a community turns out to honor a Lexington man killed in a home invasion. These stories and breaking news as it happens coming up on WKYT This Morning. Good morning and welcome in on this rainy Friday. We can hear it coming down on the studio right now. I'm Rebecca Smith. Bill Bryant has the day off, so does Micah Harris. And here with a look at this rainy situation is Jim Caldwell.
You know, at least they picked a very wet period to take off, so we know they're not enjoying their time out there right now. We've got showers, thunderstorms pressing across Kentucky and a good coverage. And heavy rain continues here in Lexington as well. Good little pocket of it showing up here on Winchester Road, and then we've got even more just to our north in northern parts of Fayette County and then all the way up to around the Georgetown area. So plenty of heavy rainfall. We look towards Cynthiana and Harrison County. There you see more activity. Not a lot of lightning associated with these. We had some earlier, but a lot of that calming down. Temperatures are mixed. And by mixed, I mean mid-50s in one area, low 60s, and even some mid-60s have been showing up out there across parts of Kentucky. More showers and storms through the day today with that heavy rain threat coming. I'll have much more coming up for you here in just a little bit.
All right, thank you so much. The National Weather Service now confirms that 10 tornadoes touched down in Kentucky during Tuesday's outbreak. Late Thursday afternoon, meteorologists determined that a third tornado actually caused some damage in Scott County. Most of that was around Stamping Ground. And we've now received some 911 calls that were made to dispatchers as those tornadoes hit.
We've got
debris and everything.
debris. Is it coming across the interstate and blocking any traffic?
It went across traffic already, like it wasn't on the ground.
Was
I
not
don't
on
know.
the
I
ground.
think it's still a funnel cloud. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not a professional, but
I know.
something really crazy just happened. That's all.
911, where's your emergency?
Hi, I was in Stamping Ground. I heard we was hit by a tornado. We're terrified right now. We're okay, but I don't know what to do now.
Emergency managers tell us no one was injured in those tornadoes that hit Scott County, but the coroner says bad weather earlier did cause a car crash that killed 3 people. An alert was issued late last night on UK's campus after 2 men robbed 2 people at gunpoint and a shot was fired. WKYT's Whitney Wetzel's live from campus with the latest updates. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Police are investigating another armed robbery on UK's campus. This is the second robbery here just within the last 2 weeks. This one happened around 11:30 last night on Pennsylvania and Columbia Avenues, which, by the way, is close to several fraternity and sorority houses. Police say 2 men, both armed with guns, robbed 2 people of some items. We're not exactly sure what they took. The 2 robbers reportedly ran north down Columbia, and that's where they were last seen. Also, at some point after the robbery, we're told at least 1 shot was actually fired, but no one was hurt. Now, we do not have a good description of the thieves, just that they were both men under 6 feet tall. UK police are now handling this investigation. Live in Lexington, Whitney Wetzel, WKYT.
Well, this story is pretty interesting. Police have caught a 13-year-old boy they say managed to steal not 1 but 2 tanker trucks. The Clark County Sheriff's Office says the teen first stole a tanker truck in Clark County, drove it to Madison County, and then abandoned it last night. A short time later, police say he stole another tanker carrying bulk oil at a gas station near Exit 95 off of I-75 in Madison County. Police say they later pulled over that truck on the Interstate 64 near Winchester for having no taillights. They say they soon realized that that truck had been stolen. Police have charged the 13-year-old with receiving stolen property. They haven't yet said how they think the teenager got away with stealing both trucks. New this morning, Lexington police tell us that a routine traffic stop ended with arresting a teen for stealing a car. Police arrested 19-year-old Mark Coffey after they found him on North Locust Hill. Police tell us that Coffey, along with 3 others, got out of the car and ran when police pulled them over on Rio Dosa Drive this morning. After investigating, police realized the car had been stolen. Coffey was charged with fleeing and evading and multiple charges of receiving stolen property. A Madison County man has admitted to killing his grandmother 6 years ago. The Richmond Register reports William Tribble pleaded guilty to murder. He admitted to using a hammer to kill his grandmother, 78-year-old Joanne, in her Richmond home in 2008. He was 17 at the time. He'll be sentenced later this month. Prosecutors have recommended a 35-year prison sentence, but Trimble would be eligible for parole after 20 years. Okay, so Dairy Queen has announced that it is just the latest retail chain to be hit by online hackers. They say hundreds of locations were affected, and we now know that 52 of those locations are right here in Kentucky. WKYT's Mark Barber is live in Lexington from one of those affected restaurants. What can you tell us about this?
Well, good morning, Rebecca. I can tell you that if you swiped your card at a Dairy Queen, like the one here on New Circle Road in Lexington this summer, then your card information could be compromised. Dairy Queen says nearly 400 of their restaurants have been hacked since August, affecting about 600,000 credit cards. We're told 52 Dairy Queens in Kentucky may be affected by the data breach. The restaurant's fast food Lexington locations on New Circle Road, Palumbo Drive, and Virginia Avenue made the list. Dairy Queens in Georgetown, Richmond, Winchester, Paris, Versailles, Danville, Moorhead, and Mount Sterling were also affected by the data breach. The Wall Street Journal is reporting that backoff malware gave hackers access to customer names, credit cards, and expiration dates. For a full list of the affected restaurants here in Central Kentucky, head on over to our website, WKYT.com. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Family and friends of a Lexington man killed during a home invasion gathered to pay tribute to him. Police say two masked men shot 36-year-old Darnell Bates early Sunday morning. He was the general manager at a car wash in Lexington. About 100 people showed up last night to pay their respects to Bates. Bates' brother says he cannot believe his brother is gone.
I just want justice for my brother. You know, it's hard, you know, just going through this. I ain't never lost nobody this close to me.
Bates leaves behind two children. A fund is still set up at the car wash to help his family pay for funeral costs. We have an update now on fundraising efforts in the Lexington mayoral race. According to our news partners at the Herald Leader, campaign finance reports show that Mayor Jim Gray raised more than 4 times as much money as challenger Anthony Beatty in the most recent quarter. Mayor Gray also had twice as much cash on hand. The election is November 4th. Police say they may have some new leads on the search for a stolen puppy in Madison County. Berea police tell us that they've received a couple of tips about the theft. They still haven't been able to find the puppy or the woman who stole him. Police say the woman was caught on tape putting a puppy into her purse and walking out of this business, the Adventure Pet Store. They say the dog is an 8-week-old pug mix. 50